Recording in progress.
All right. So these are the programs that we are offering at the moment. Advanced Diploma in Accounting and Finance, Associate Certified Islamic Banker, Certified Financial Modeler, Certified CFO, Diploma in International Financial Reporting Standards, Advanced Financial Analysis in Power BI, and Advanced Excel courses. Apart from these programs, we also offer training, corporate trainings in financial modeling and analysis, taxation and compliance, audit and assurance, financial management strategy, advanced Excel and Power BI, leadership, and some other soft skills as well. Okay. So there are some other services as well: bookkeeping, virtual CFO, employee end of the year benefits of the actuarial valuation, IFRS implementation, financial model preparation, Power BI, and Excel dashboard. So there are some program that will be starting from the month of August, a certified financial modeler that is starting from August 2, and there is currently 50% off. Then there is diploma in international financial reporting standards, starting with Mia Mehmet Farhan, that is fellow chartered accountant, and starting from August 6 with 15% off, and advanced financial analysis in Power BI, starting from 15th of August, with two trainers. I will be sharing their details as well. Okay, so what is certified financial modeler? So this is basically a tool in advanced Excel where we prepare a complete financial model from scratch. And what we will be learning over here is you will be learning to prepare a complete financial model from scratch with the help of case studies. And this is a practical training without any theoretical studies. And here we prepare a complete three statement model and DCF valuation model along with the financial modeling best practices and how we can set up workbook for the financial model. All right, so these are the trainers for the financial analysis in Power BI. Mr. Mohammad Imran, he's Microsoft certified trainer, and MCSA BI reporting from Microsoft. And the another one is Asif Hafiz. He's fellow chartered, fellow member of Institute of Cost and Management Accountants, Pakistan, and he's also Microsoft certified trainer and MCSA BI reporting from Microsoft. Okay, so what they are covering in this is a financial dashboard that you can see. So they here in this particular course we get data from multiple sources, even from Excel, SQL, uh, PDF, and some of the other sources, and they prepare a financial dashboards, financial and the dashboards. So this is the financial dashboard. Here we have the sale and analysis dashboard. This is advanced level sale analysis dashboard, and so on. All right, so these are the sample dashboards that they prepare in this Power BI course. Okay. All right, so without wasting much time, let me introduce briefly our today's trainer, Mr. Sajjad Ahmed. He is fellow member of Institute of Cost and Management Accountants of Pakistan, and he is also distinguished Toastmaster by Toastmaster Club USA, and he has more than 30 years of experience in multinational organizations and public sector organizations in Pakistan, and he has been involved with many organizations as trainer as well. All right, so over to you, sir, Mr. Sajjad. So let me stop recording, and you can share your your screen as well, sir. Sajjad, sir, can you hear me?
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. First of all, I'm very thankful to you and your company for giving me this opportunity. And I think if you have given me the right to share this screen, so we should start now.
I believe you can
And
share. Just a
yeah,
moment.
it's it's there. Uh,
Yes, you can
Thank you very
share.
much. So before I share this, yeah, thank you. So, first of all, I again welcome all of you who is there, and this course is basically designed to prepare you to move forward towards the BI and financial modeling, because these are some quick tricks That's why I always say work smart, not hard. So these are these smart uh, tactics or tricks we are going to learn today. And as per the uh, outline that we have shared with you, that there are seven lines that we're going to cover, and I'm going to follow the bottom up approach because the start is easier, and you might have learned so many things, but these are very helpful when we move forward for preparing the financial modeling, a dashboard, and then this BI. These are the techniques that are going to help you in future. So let me start from the bottom, and the bottom is our conditional formatting. Actually, this conditional formatting is a facilitator. When we move forward, we can use filtering, we can use sorting techniques, we can uh, use formulas to calculate so many things that are required. But initially, this conditional modeling is going to help us a lot in a very quick way, without applying any formula, without using any filtering techniques, without applying any other rules, although the rules are there as well, but we'll go later on. First of all, we are going to discuss the easiest part, that how it is going to affect us. So this is in the home tab. When from the home tab, we see the styles. These are the styles where we have uh, three sub commands. One is the conditional formatting, then format as a table, and then cell styles. So today we are going to start with the conditional formatting. Conditional formatting actually is a very, very quick command to generate some reports. Okay, before starting this, let me, because we have to cover all this, let me select all these cells in this column, all that this is, and then I go to conditional formatting. Yes, there are highlight cell rules, that is greater than, less than, between, equal, text that contain, then top, bottom rules, then data bars, then color scales, and the icons that we can use for any analysis, right? First of all, we go to this data bar. So this data bar is going to indicate us some message. Look, if I say these are different colors, I can use any color. There's a more color. Quickly, we will be able to know that high value and low values in different colors. And then this can be in a solid fill form, this can be in any other colors, but here the message is that we can use any color to understand that how the each value is representing in respect of the total of these values. Uh, Then if we move to the color scales, color scale again going to help us that which are the colors showing high values and the colors showing the lower value, right? Now, the real one start now, that is the greater than and less than. So if we have a large data and we want to know that all the amounts which are more than 40,000 should be colored, and this color may be as per our choice. It may be red, it may be yellow, it may be green, or any color, right? Whatever like. So I said,
Uh, so Yasub, kindly unmute yourself, please.
okay, I'm sorry. So I'm sorry if I was muted. So let me repeat quickly that in formatting, when we apply these rules, highlight cell rules, then we have a choice to greater than, and here we can fix any value of our choice. As I said that if we want to know the 40,000 above figures, that we sell, that is okay. So all the values having more than 40,000 will be in a color, so that we can easily identify the values that we want to segregate from this total. Now, I think again, I think this clear. I'm clearing this rule. Now, the other is less than. So in the same way, if I say less than 20,000 should be highlighted in the choice of my color. So all the amounts of the table will be highlighted quickly. Moving very quick. So we can even give the range, okay? And we can give the equal to, and the text we can identify, and the date occurring, and duplicate values. Because we can set for duplicate value, okay? All these values which are occurring more than once are highlighted. Uh, so there are so many duplicate in this column. This has been highlighted. So it is very easy. Although in the advanced data, when we go to data, that we can identify the duplicate, we can segregate duplicates. But here, in a very quick way, in this conditional formatting, we format the cells that are having these characters. Right? So top bottom, this is very important as well. I'm not going to spend more time on this because we have to move forward. So this top 10, we want to know who are the top 10 performer. Okay, so we can increase or decrease. I want to know top 11 or top 15. I can do for this, or I want to know only top 5, right? It will be there. So once we apply the rule, okay, and if I change this figure, I say this is 45,000. As soon as I will enter, this will change the color. Okay, it is not a static; it is dynamic. And if I say this is 42,000, okay, this is not as per the requirement, so this will not change the color. So these are all dynamic, and as soon as we change the amount, the rule will be applied on this automatically, until unless we won't clear these rules. The other thing that we can say The same way, we can calculate the bottom 10 or bottom 5 or bottom 6 or bottom 2 or bottom 12, whatever the we want to choose, we can highlight this. Then above average, so we say all the items which are above average should be highlighted in yellow color. We have to select, first of all, selection was not there, so I have to select it again. Then I apply this rule of average. These are all above average, is been highlighted. Right. As soon as we change this 37,000, it will get the color. So lastly, for this, I clear this rule. We can select with the help of shift as well. So I need to clear the rule. Now in the same way, we can get the below average and above average. So there are some below average, and there are some more rules that we can apply or identify. So these are in this yellow color, all these below average. In short, we can do so many things in this conditional formatting. And now, because of constraint time, we have to move forward. The next topic is the named the cell. Okay. This cell, this is the name box. When we have prepared so many reports, like I am preparing report for profit and loss account for 5 years, and all these 5 years accounts and balance sheet are available on different sheets or different on one sheet at a different location. And further, we have got some budgeted forecast for different years, and these are at different locations. So what we do and how this can uh, favor us, and how we can quickly use this. So if I go on this sheet, this is our summary that we use later on, and I want to give it a name. That this whenever I'm anywhere on this file and I want to reach this, or after selecting, I'll write a name here. I will say uh, profit summary. One thing that we should be very clear, there are two rules. So that rules we have to follow, because without these rules, it is not going to work. The rule number one is that it should not start with a number, okay? And second, there should be no space in the name. So we can use this dash. We say profit summary. I enter this, and now I am at a different table, but I just want to reach on this profit summary. So I go there. There are so many other things I have given the name. So profit summary is here. As soon as I click the profit summary, I will reach there, right? So I have given names to different other tables. If I want to see to sale growth, I will go to this is sale growth. So this is a very quick way to assign the name, but there are two rules that we need to follow. One is there should be no space in the name, and second, cannot start with a digit. You can use underscore or anything else. We can do one more thing, although I have used it later on, but let me see that how we can use this. One is that if you go to data, here we have these different rules that we can use this. So here we can refresh all. We can use these tables, and we can sort the data, right? And in formula, we can define name. We can use the formula at any place, and we can manage these. So if I just want to remove any of this name, I have to just select, and I can use a name delete. So in the same way, if I want to delete this profit summary, I have to select profit summary, and I can delete the name. Okay, because I'm not deleting this, because in the next uh, presentation we have used this. So if I want to delete, I can delete. Are you sure you want to delete? That we can delete it. So this is a very smart way to give the names. And further, this is one create from selection. Yes. This create from selection is itself a very interesting tool. Before selecting, if I select this area and I go to this, I said give the name which is appearing on the left column. If it is already there, it won't accept. Okay. Now on this cell, you can see the formula, but on this cell, yeah, this is the amount that you can see. So in this way, we can give the name to a selected area, right? It's the left column, and you have to create the name. So the name will be created. If it is already there, let me see if yes, this sales is there. You have already given the name of sales. So you have given the sales growth, you have given the fixed cost, you have given the expenses. So if I select this, this will go on the allocated area, right? So I have to use the unique name to assign any cell. Or the other way to go this unique area, that is our cell, where we can name the box F5, F5. If I press F5, I'm going to have the same table. So I can move on any of the name of the area that I have selected. And or other ways, Control plus G. What is this? The other command is Control plus G. So we have three options to open this name box. One is this name box from here, other is by F5, and the other is Control G. So this is a very easiest way when we are in a meeting and we have to presenting it to our seniors, and they are asking some, just show me the budget of the 5 years back. So if we have given the name of this area, we can quickly reach there. If we want to see the profit of certain area, we can quickly reach there. So this is a very smart move to move across the sheets, across the file in different sheets to reach the area, especially when we are having a meeting, when we're presenting somewhere, and there's a question that I just want to see the profit of 5 years back. So it's very easy to uh, open the name and click there. Will be there in a less than a second, right? So this is one way to work smart, not hard. And further, that whenever we give a name to any cell, like I'm saying tax rate, right? This is the tax rate. So I have to define this tax rate, and here instead of writing anything, if I say the tax rate is 12%, or the commission is 12%, I this is okay, and if I apply this formula, this multiplied by tax rate, sorry, this multiplied by, this is, I say, F5, table, and we have to use the same name that we have to defined there. Let me see that what we have defined. Was it tax rate? And this was 10%. So we can use this, and instead of using this F4 for fixing the value, we can use this name. Okay, I think there is some formula error. So by this way, we can move ahead. Our next is that summing up different sheets. So this is another easy way and quick way to move forward. We have different profit center. Profit center 1, profit center 2, profit center 3, profit center 4. And we can have as many profit centers or as many sheets as possible. But here we are having only 4. So this is the summary. If I remove all these figures from here, and this is going to home, and then clear the contents. So after clear the contents, here we have 2 ways to sum it. One, we can do it easily, like we say auto sum. Then we go to profit center 1, this plus profit center 2 plus profit center 3 profit center 4. This plus this plus this plus this. I think there is some error. Let me check. This is the summary sheet. Here we can add plus. We are adding this profit center 1 sales, then plus profit center 2 plus profit center 3 plus profit center 4. So this is the value that we have got on the summary sheet. Now, instead of going for all editions, we have to just select and slash it down. It has added all the 4 tables. This is a very quick way, but there is one condition that it should be always on the same location. All the profit centers, all the cells should be on the same location so that we can apply this summing technique. Now, if you want to format, we can copy the format from here, right? And that I think you all know that how to convert this in thousands or million. You want to see this all the figures in thousands, so we can copy from here, copy, and then select all this, and we go for paste, paste special, and divide by this. So this is all we have converted all the figures in thousands. In the same way, we can convert this figure in millions or in billions, whatever is suited. So this is one command. We have to apply this, and then the format is always out when we apply this. So we have to format if we want to format this. So this is the technique and how we can format all this. Right? The same way we can format it here. We have color, all these lines. So this is the way how we can quickly prepare this sheet. The next topic is because uh, we need to cover. The next topic is what if scenario analysis. So for the what if scenario analysis, we go to this data table. Here in the forecast, we have what if analysis. Now, I'm just moving very quickly so that we should know about each and everything, that how it's going to happen. So when we say what if analysis, this is one of the sheet where we have used this what if analysis. But before that, there are 3 major commands. One is the scenario manager, other is the goal seeking, and the third one is the data table. So in data table, we can use one variable or 2 variables. So if I quickly uh, copy this and can paste this here. So I say this is sale is this one, and the cost of goods sold is 55%, Okay, and expenses are 25%, right? I convert this in percentage. And if I now apply this formula, let's say this is the gross profit, this equal to this multiplied by 1 minus this. And in the same way, this multiplied by 1 minus this is 25% of sale, so we have to sale this multiplied by 1 minus, right? Here in this scenario, we have to apply two variable. In one variable, it's very simple. If I'm going to have two variable, here I should say these are the cost of goods sold. It may be 50%, 52%, 54%, okay, and up to 60%. The same way, to say it is 20%, to 3%, 26%, or whatever the gap we want to give, we can add more or less. We select all this, then we go to this data, what if analysis, data table. So in the row, we are putting this, and in the columns, this. Yes. So in all these scenarios, with one command, we can have all these changes. So this is all about, this is a very short example. So this is about this scenario analysis, what if analysis. And let me go back. This time is very short. I have to cover a lot. In the same way, in the goal seeking, we may have different, you know, uh, scenarios, different percentages of expenses, and we want to have uh, our desired profit. So let me do it quickly. If I select this and I go to this and I set the goal seeking, I need this cell to the value. Uh, this is the value I just want to have changed, and and in, so in this goal seeking, we can have our desired profit when there are so many variables are there, right? So we want to have this income to the value that we want to have, and this by changing cells, these are the cells that should be changed. We should select these, right? And we can have the desired profit.
You can change the set value to, for example, 4 lakhs and then select cost of goods.
Okay. So if we this set value for here and goal seeking, so we just this set value here.
Now manually, for example, type 4 lakhs.
Okay, 4 lakh, and by changing this cells,
Any percentage cell, percentage.
okay. So this is the we have used wrongly because that's why it's in a cycle. It should not be in a cycle. So let me see. Okay, and the third is the scenario manager. In this scenario manager, that I have prepared it here. This is the scenarios that we want to have 5%, we want to have 20%, and we want to have expenses 12%. So in all these scenarios that can be changed, we can have a best scenario, we can have a uh, worst scenario, we can have the most optimum scenarios. So in all these scenarios, we can have different results. So let me uh, move quickly. Our next is pivot table and pivot table charts. Here we have all this pivot table. Pivot table we can use in two ways. One is the very easy way, and that is if we go to insert, right, and here we select all this data, and we see this quick analysis tool. If you click here, so you can see formatting that we have in the conditional formatting. We want this formatting, this formatting, or this formatting. And if you go to tables, here we can say pivot tables. This is a automatic made pivot tables that can be made easily. So if I select this, or I can select this, I can select this pivot table, This is the quick way to prepare the pivot table. And if you select more, there are so many options. So what type of the pivot table we are going to have in all these scenarios. If I say, okay, go for this, and this is, and I say, okay, this is the quick access. But if we say this is the manual one that we have, if we want to add in the sector one more thing that this company should be added, and we can add a company. So this is the companies are added. If I want to add the data of February as well, so this is the data of the February, and in the same way we can modify it. So here is the icon of collapse, and so we can, you know, summarize this by clicking this by, and we can expand this if you want to see this company name. So in the same way, we can add the serial number, we can add all the months. So this is not the quick way, this is one of the customized way we can add in this. Further, let me quickly go for this. When we say here is a sum, we can change the sum in the count. Right? This is a value field setting. In the values field setting, if I say that I need the count, this is the count. That's how many times one figure is appearing. In the same way, in the services we have 8, and in the wholesale we have 7. So this is the way we can use this. And further, if I go here and I say this value setting, I do setting by here as well, show value as, I just how I want to see the value, we can convert in the percentage. I said okay. So all these value will be converted in the percentage. So if I add uh, one more time the February here, so here we can see the two things, both. One is in the value and other is in the percentage. And so many how we can make a chart. We can make quickly chart of all these things. So these are the chart. If I go to the insert, this is the pivot table, and here we have pivot charts. So we can go to pivot charts, and we can have on the existing sheet or new sheet, we can prepare the. This is taking some time. So by selecting this data, we can prepare the charts, right? And this is the chart, and these are so many type of charts. This is line chart, this is the pie chart, this is the bar chart, and how we can redesign this. We can just redesign, and we can change according to our own desire. So this is a long way. We can discuss later on that how we can customize our chart. and this is the area chart. So all these charts are there, and we can make all these desired charts. So very quickly, I just let me move on the consolidate data. Consolidate data is again a very quick tool that how we can consolidate the data from different sheets. When we say consolidate the data, if there are number of sheets and there are number of persons, so we can equally or easily use this consolidation. If the one thing that I have missed, that is in this HR data, we can apply different slices, and if I go to this pivot table, this here is the table is table. Pivot table 1, and I select this data. If I go here to analyze, I can insert some timelines. I can insert some slicers. So I say I can have a slicer of rating. I can have a slicer of company. I have a slicer of zone, and these are the 4 slicers. And I can manipulate the report. I can generate. If I need only central report, the central report is there. If I need only A rating companies, I can have the A rating companies. Okay. If I can select multiple, like this 2 A and C. So this slicer is again going to help us, and this is very helpful for preparing the dashboard. So this is the one of the tools that is going to help the dashboard. And in the same way, if I need the data of only this solo, it will be there. If I clear all, that I need all these things, that is the button, that clear filter, to clear the filter. And in the same way, whenever we have some tools other than this, if there's some date data, then we can use the data slicers. Okay. So we are going to talk about the next topic where we are using the consolidate. Consolidate is a function where we can consolidate 2 or more sheets, and we can combine the data. Let me see if I have a sheet having different data. If I quickly prepare data like Imran, and here these are the month, Jan, Feb, and March, and then Ariba, then Aslam, and again Madin, Aslam, Imran, and just quickly turn 25 and 36, and 21, 3, 10. So if I select this data and I go to data and I go to consolidate and I have here consolidate sum, the reference is here, and I think I need top as well, and create link if I got. So this sum reference is for this. Okay, I think there's some problem and
No, actually, link can be created if you are doing consolidation on other sheet.
no, it can be done on the same sheet as well, and it can be done on the other sheet as well. But if we can prepare a summary, this is done on the same sheet, and we can add different sheets as well. So these are both are okay. Let me see the issue. Okay. Now the last part is I think I have lost somewhere. This is
Sajjad sir, do you have do we have to cover some more topics as well?
this last topic, that is the present value and NPV and
NPV.
IRR.
Okay, all right, all right.
Can can you see this sheet now?
Uh, we can see your screen, but not the sheet.
Okay. Let me share it again. Then. Now you can see.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
It's okay now. Yes.
The next important topic is this net present value. So in the net present value, that is required, and it is very easy to calculate when there is uniform inflows and outflows. But sometimes the inflows and outflows are different. So we can use the formula, but with the formula, we can, if you allow me, that we can calculate it this manually. Okay. The present value of the year one will be the same, right? Because, and here we apply this formula, I can apply this. This is the value divided by one plus any rate. If we have a rate over here, we can write the 10% or 5%. If I say that it is the 10%, so that's 10%, and then power this. There's because we haven't used here cell. If we have to use a cell, then we have to fix it. Otherwise, we can copy it here the same way. So this is the way we can calculate net present value. This is the manual way. But if we apply this by the formula of Excel, so first of all, what we say is equal to this plus the NPV. First of all, the rate of return that I haven't given any place. So this is the 10%, and then we are not going to take the first value. Always remember, because we are going to have the net present value of all these. I think it should be in a bracket, and put so in this way, this is the same value that we have got if we apply the discounted value to each cell, and secondly, if we apply the net present value formula. This is one thing to remember, that while applying the net present value formula, we have to add this separately, because the zero time outflow, and for the rest of the inflows that are coming with the time being, we have to add this. Now, when we come to the this IRR, IRR is the value where we say the rate is the one which is going to give us the zero net present value. So if I change the rate here, it is 10%. So there is a net present value. So IRR is a formula that are going to give us the value or the rate which is having a zero net present value. So it is very easy to apply. I can apply this here in this cell. This for that is, there are two ways to apply. One is the from manual IRR, and then we get the tab, and then we have the values. In this, we have to take all the values from zero. Sorry, we have to S IRR all these values, right? And then we have a guess. Guess means any guess of interest. It may be 5%, 2%, 10%, 12%, whatever is the rate that we have to guess, and this close the parenthesis. So it is the 19%, because 19% is just a value that is not if it's expanded. This is 9.1219. So if I write this number 19.1219 here, So I'll get the zero value. Right? So this is the way that we can calculate net present value and IRR. So I think that's all uh, for today. Your suggestions are very welcome, and if you want to have or you want to know about more any topic, just let me know. Thank you very much, Shkur Saab and Asaf.
All right, all right. So thank you very much, sir, for your valuable time. And once again, we thanks all for participating in this wonderful session. And special thanks to Sir Sajjad Sab and Asaf Afisa for arranging this wonderful session. Thank you very much, everyone. God bless you all. Allah Hafiz.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sajjad Saab. Thank you, Abdul Shakur Saab.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank
bye
you.
bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.